Hello, and thank you for joining us. In today's video, you'll witness incredible moments that seem almost impossible to believe. Together, we'll explore the science behind the extraordinary events that have amazed people around the world. As sunset falls over Charters Towers, Queensland, Australia, thousands of bats leave their roosts in search of food, turning the evening sky into a massive flowing river of black. This remarkable creature is the Pacific barrel-eye fish Macropinna microstoma. Its transparent head allows its tubular eyes to rotate upward, helping it detect prey in the darkness of the deep ocean. What you're seeing is a bloom of Catostylus jellyfish, a natural event that occurs when ocean currents, water temperature, and plankton levels align under ideal conditions.
To their surprise, they rose Sunday to find their neighborhoods covered under nearly 2 meters of hail.
Which state are you watching from? Has your area ever experienced strange weather, like blazing sunshine followed by a sudden hailstorm, similar to what happened in Guadalajara, Mexico?
As both young and old took a moment to marvel at the rare sight.
For centuries, people believed this was the ghost of the mountain. Today, science explains the Brocken specter as an optical phenomenon created when sunlight interacts with tiny water droplets suspended in cloud or fog. This rare moment was filmed off the coast of Provincetown, Massachusetts. Humpback whales do not intentionally hunt birds. When a bird is swallowed, it is usually an accidental consequence of lunging through a tightly packed school of fish. This remarkable scene was recorded in Bangladesh, where underground gas pressure forced mud to erupt violently to the surface, creating a rare river of mud. Heavy rainfall triggered a mass migration of young frogs from ponds and flooded wetlands, quickly covering roads across Minas Gerais, Brazil. This phenomenon is known as a snake worm. Thousands of fungus gnat larvae stack together and move as a single living chain, helping them reduce water loss and improve their chances of survival. The Qiantang River is famous for its tidal bore, where incoming waves can exceed 25 miles per hour, drawing thousands of spectators every year. Following the magnitude 7.8 earthquake in the Philippines, intense ground shaking caused farmland to ripple violently as the saturated soil underwent liquefaction. The black heron is using a remarkable hunting strategy known as canopy feeding. By spreading its wings like an umbrella, it creates a patch of shade that reduces glare and lures small fish into striking range. Who do you think will win this hunt? The dolphins, the seabirds, or the tuna? Let us know your pick in the comments. This is a rare species of jellyfish recorded off the coast of Papua New Guinea. Its unusual shape and striking colors reflect the remarkable evolutionary diversity of jellyfish found in tropical oceans. What you're seeing is a solar halo formed when tiny ice crystals in high-altitude clouds refract sunlight, creating a nearly perfect ring around the sun. This scene was captured in Yemen, where low clouds wrapped around an entire village as moist air was forced uphill, cooled, and condensed into fog and cloud. After severe storms in Mexico, large numbers of snakes emerged from the ground. This is a natural response when underground burrows become flooded, forcing them to seek higher, drier ground. Electrofishing at Barkley Dam is a scientific survey technique used to estimate fish populations and help control the spread of invasive Asian carp throughout the river system. Major flooding in Zhejiang Province, China generated enough force to wash away an unfinished bridge that was not yet capable of withstanding the powerful current. The phenomenon known as snow snakes is sometimes seen on Iceland's black, volcanic sand beaches. If you were one of the judges, what score would you give this performance out of 10? At first glance, it looks like an invisible sphere beneath the water. In reality, it's a pocket of air trapped beneath a fast-moving layer of flowing water.
Puede ser también hecho.
¿Ves? Ahí se ve, pero se levanta.
Viste, está mejor que cuida a mi sobrina. A mí me parece.
Mira, ¿ves cómo se arma?
You are looking at one of the most famous fire craters in the world. The flames are sustained by methane gas leaking from beneath the ground, creating a scene that burns day and night. Thanks to its flexible body and the friction created by the bricks, this snake can climb walls that may seem impossible to cross. This strange phenomenon in India was not caused by an earthquake. It was most likely triggered when organic material such as rice husks absorbed water and expanded, causing the ground to swell unnaturally. After the tsunami receded in Kamchatka, Russia, the sudden drop in water level left 5 beluga whales stranded. They could only survive if their bodies were kept moist and they were returned to deep enough water. Differences in density, temperature, and salinity allow the North Pacific to temporarily maintain a sharp boundary before the waters gradually mix together. The miracle is not in the flame itself, but in the invisible fuel beneath it. Natural methane gas allowed the fire near Mocha Island to burn on the water without being extinguished. The force of this water column comes from natural underground pressure, not from any pump. What kind of creature do you think this is? Leave your answer before we continue. The world's highest bridge in Guizhou, China, is also known for its artificial waterfall created to attract visitors and displayed at certain times. An avalanche occurs when a layer of snow becomes unstable and slides downhill under the force of gravity. Sometimes even a small vibration or a slight rise in temperature is enough to trigger it. Murchison Falls in Uganda is a dramatic example of what happens when a powerful river is forced through a narrow gap. As the channel narrows, the water accelerates, producing an immense amount of force. The phenomenon known locally as gumpalan hitam in Subang can form when foam, algae, mud, and organic debris accumulate into large floating masses. Damselflies spend most of their lives underwater as aquatic nymphs. When the time is right, thousands emerge almost simultaneously, creating a spectacular display along the Mississippi River.
Елена Анатольевна, мы вот сами...
If you believe this light is a sign of God's glory, leave a 1 in the comments below.
И вот здесь вот такое чудо.
This snake has 2 heads, 4 eyes, but only 1 body. The constant competition between its 2 brains makes survival in the wild incredibly difficult. This happens when the ice is still too thin to fully support weight, causing it to flex and ripple slightly beneath each step. Each red-billed quilea is small, but when millions gather into a single flock, they can become one of the most destructive threats to grain crops in Africa. This famous natural phenomenon occurs on Hormuz Island, Iran, where the soil's exceptionally high iron oxide content turns rainwater a striking shade of red. Each time the water level rises and freezes again, the rocks become covered with a new layer of ice, creating the effect of being trapped inside crystal. Nearly 275 individual waterfalls come together to form Iguazu Falls, one of the most powerful natural spectacles on the border between Argentina and Brazil. This is the golden nodule, a fossil around 180 million years old that became covered in pyrite minerals over millions of years. If you had the chance, would you want to see this scene in Breckenridge, Colorado, with your own eyes? Let us know in the comments. In India, a mosquito tornado covered the area. In reality, it was millions of mosquitoes gathering to mate, not a weather phenomenon. But that was not all. In another small area nearby, thousands of mosquitoes gathered in an almost unbelievable density. Now let's put the mosquitoes aside for a moment and look at this flower container. Just a few tiny eggs can hatch into larvae when the conditions are right. This is not rain. It is the result of thousands of spiders spinning webs at the same time to feed and reproduce in Brazil. Barringer Crater in Arizona is the trace of a massive cosmic impact that happened around 50,000 years ago. Before you is an optical phenomenon where sunlight passes through gaps in the clouds and creates bright spots that look like a pair of eyes. When a drilled well reaches a high-pressure water layer, it can create a powerful water jet like the one you are seeing here. At first glance, the scene in Kapalame, Togo looks like water falling from the sky. In reality, this is water being forced upward by underground pressure. The sudden change in water color is a rare phenomenon, often reflecting environmental or geological changes in the area. Cyrus elegans is a sea slug only about 1.4 inches long, found in tropical waters such as the Philippines and Indonesia. It is known for its transparent, butterfly-like body. At Mount LeConte, the breathing forest phenomenon demonstrates the power of wind and the deep connection between massive root systems beneath the forest floor. What looks like a cloud tsunami over Batumi, Georgia, is actually a dense bank of sea fog rolling inland from the coast. Nature created a spectacular illusion at this mountain pass, where powerful winds forced the waterfall upward, making it appear to flow into the sky.
It's amazing! I was not expecting it to be this good.
Would you rather admire a blizzard from the comfort of your screen or experience this breathtaking winter landscape in person? Few people realize that nature can sculpt an ice cave in Iceland that looks almost too beautiful to be real. This is not a UFO. It's a twilight phenomenon created when rocket exhaust at high altitude is illuminated by sunlight after sunset. It may look like a scene from an animated movie, but for birds, power lines are simply convenient artificial branches in an urban environment. Fireworms use bioluminescence to communicate, attract mates, and sometimes confuse potential predators.
уперло. Лед прет на берег.
Powerful winds pushed massive ice sheets from Russia's Amur River onto the shoreline near Khabarovsk, creating the dramatic phenomenon known as an ice tsunami.
Me encontré un...
This vivid green lake lies in Ethiopia's Danakil Depression, one of the hottest and most extreme environments on Earth. Flash flooding along the Chitral River caused severe erosion on the Boni Chitral Road near Reshan, Pakistan, leaving sections of the route heavily damaged. When powerful winds combine with dry, loose soil, an entire wall of sand can form, reducing visibility to nearly zero within minutes. These dramatic asperitas, clouds over Ottawa, formed as turbulent air, sculpted the underside of the cloud layer into striking wave-like patterns. The phenomenon known as boiling sand occurs when water or gas trapped under high pressure escapes through small openings in the sand, forcing the grains into constant motion.
All right, I'm on soil.
Scenes like this are becoming increasingly common in Thailand. Is this a sign that urban development is expanding into python habitat, or simply evidence that pythons are adapting to life alongside people? The neon blue coloration of the blue velvet sea slug is more than just beautiful. It serves as aposematic coloration, a natural warning signal that helps discourage potential predators.
Oh my God!
The term UFO does not automatically mean an alien spacecraft. It simply refers to an unidentified flying object at the time it is observed, as in this sighting over Belgrade, Serbia.
What if you look at
What makes this scene so strange is the movement of the pampas grass. As the wind pushes it along, it looks almost exactly like mice running across the ground. This sighting in China shows a UFO shaped almost like wings. However, optical effects and atmospheric conditions can sometimes create very similar images. Because styrofoam is extremely light, even a small amount of static electricity can make it jump and cling to nearby surfaces. Do you think a house can move by itself? Not quite. This is actually a Ukrainian military vehicle using camouflage. Lenticular clouds often form near high mountains like those around Cape Town. Because of their distinctive shape, they have inspired countless UFO rumors around the world. This is also a lenticular cloud, but this time over Inverness, Scotland, a perfect combination of a rare weather phenomenon and sunset light. With enormous mineral resources including potassium and lithium, Cherhan Salt Lake will likely continue playing a strategic role in China's fertilizer and battery industries for decades to come. Thank you for watching. Which moment impressed you the most in today's video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to keep exploring fascinating phenomena from around the world, subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next video.